What's up everybody, I'm Brian from I Want Tesla, and today I'm in my Model X and I got an update, 32.2 or 2020.32.2. We're going to check out some updates in this and what's available. Now this came out for Model X and Model S with air ride suspension, and what is the difference? If you go to release notes, I'm not big into satellite radio, but you know, that is nice. Tesla Powerwall connection. This will, if the power goes out, now the car will, while charging, if the power goes out, will talk with your Powerwall, which is really nice. Now your car left open, there's notifications, so if you left your window open, which we actually had the other day, I'll put it in here. Karen went to the salon and she left her driver's side window open. And also the suspension improvements. Now this is really nice. Now when you're in the suspension system, you have Comfort, Auto, Sport, and Advanced. Let me put my foot on the brakes so some of these activate. Now Comfort, you can still have it in low, very low, or standard, or bring it all the way up, and you can see the graphic changing here. So that is the compression and the rebound, how that's happening in real time. You know, the back is actually doing quite a bit here. It'd be kind of cool to see what happens if you're having some issues. You'll know which side is doing more work or whatever. You can pinpoint it. Auto is going to be a good setting between you know, Comfort and the Sport, you know, and I think that's what I left it at before. But now there is an Advanced, and you can adjust this yourself, which is really cool. So now you have sliders. You can't do that with Auto, they don't work, but now in Advanced, so you can have it set to the middle if you want to, and that's probably what Auto is. But I actually like a softer ride, but for handling, I like it a little firmer. So I'm gonna play with these today and see what the difference is between these. I usually don't drive in standard, I drive in low, and that's why I have it set here, and you can see what happens when you do that. It's changing right now. It always goes front and back separately. They don't all do it at once. With the Advanced, what's really nice is you can show the data. So now the ride height is 20 millimeters lower than the standard. So if we go to standard, it's going to go back up. It's going to lift those back up. And that's pretty much level. I'm not on a level surface, so you see these are 4 millimeters and those are 0, but that's fine. We're going to go back down to low, and you'll see those move in real time. And so it's also showing you the compression current and the rebound current. So that's the power going back and forth. What's with the air pushing into these cylinders, which makes the car go up and down, and the body acceleration. Those are G's. We'll have to test that out for sure. I'm gonna floor it on one of these trips, but what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a GoPro, connect it to the screen here so we can see what those are, so nothing's shaking, and go for a ride. I'm gonna adjust these and see if we can tell a difference on, or see if I can tell a difference. So yes, this is going to be a little bit of my opinion and what I think, and that's really all this channel is. It's my opinion, but I think this is really nice for someone that really wants to dial in something or change things and feel the difference, see if it really makes a difference. So just so you see what all the differences are, you can pause that and read that. That is what it tells you, what each category does, each category of the suspension. Now ride height for smart suspension, and now you can default it to low. You could do this before as well. I had it set like this before. It's just now it's down here, so not a huge difference there. But I'm gonna set things up and we're gonna go for a drive. I'm in this industrial parkway. Actually, a lot of the NASCAR facilities are in this area. I'm actually in the parking lot of Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s facility, and we're gonna drive through here, and there's some turns and things, and I'm gonna adjust these and see if there's a difference. I've got a GoPro right in front of me, and we're gonna see. I'm gonna set things up and let's go for a drive. I've got a GoPro here, so it's going to be recording this top area here. I'm going to adjust these down here, and we have a GoPro so you can see me, see what I'm doing, and really pick up the audio. Right down here, we're going to go soft and comfort first, and I'm going to see how this goes in low. Let's do standard. Why not? Let's just start out in standard, and let's see what the difference really is. You can see those adjusting right there. All right, so we're going to take off here, and you can see as I take off the negative and the positive of the air suspension, how it lifts and everything. It's kind of crazy how instant it is on there, which is really cool. And I think this is what the engineers get to see anyway in their developer stuff. So now we are in, the comfort is soft, or the handling is comfort, and the ride is soft. So it is very mushy. Now this is a performance, but I have the 20-inch wheels on there, so nice soft tires, and I got brand new tires, by the way. I can definitely tell that it's really comfortable. Now this would be really nice on a long trip. I would definitely set it to this, or really what comfort would be, and that's probably what comfort actually is. Standard height and everything. So this is really, really nice, comfortable, no issues at all. But let's take this and go all the way extreme. We're going to go to firm and sport. Now I can feel bumps already. Now the dampening is tough. My camera is actually shaking on the windshield, which it didn't before, so huge difference. And wow, it is definitely tighter. This is definitely what you want if you're on the track. Although you don't want to be in standard, let's go drop it down to low and see if it's any worse. Now it's very, for a 6,000 pound vehicle, this is very nimble right now. Let's go very low and see how bad the bumps really are. Now you're able to see that what's on the screen, what it's showing there, and these bumps are pretty bad. I would not want to drive like this all the time. Wow, this is definitely what you would have on the track, but super brutal, and it would probably your back would probably be hurting. Let's put it in the middle. So we're in low suspension, not very low. We're in the middle of the comfort ride. So we're right in the middle. We're not soft, we're not firm, and this is a nice around town feel. Again, I don't drive this car much. My wife drives it because it is hers, and you still get some response, you still get some comfort, but I can feel it is a little tight. The ride is a little firm for like just really every day. So I think we're gonna, yeah, because that bump right there, that bump was very rough still. Now we're gonna see, is the handling just the steering? I don't think so. All right, so I've turned around now, and we are going to go into ride soft and handling sport. Now I'm hoping that the handling is just not a tighter tighter steering. I hope this is all on the rebound and how the suspension affects everything, which I think is true, because the steering is still soft. It's still able to maneuver. This might be a nice compromise for what I like. So nice soft ride when we're just driving around, but a nice tight feel when I want to turn. It's going to, the dampening is going to tighten up fast, and this is still good. It's not going to beat me up. It's not going to make my back hurt or anything. But when I do need to, you know, turn pretty hard, I'm going to have the response of the suspension tightening up, the dampening tighten up, and going to be able to make that turn just fine. But it's nice and soft still. Now on this run, let's move it over one from sport and move it over more one from the soft ride. So this is going to be probably a little stiffer, which that first bump I noticed a little bit, not by much. I mean, I'm using my butt-o-meter to feel what the difference is. It's going to take away some of the bounce, but also take away some of the firmness on the turns, which actually isn't too bad. Which, you know, this is very similar. It's very doable. So now we are on a normal 45-mile-an-hour road. You can see what the screen is doing as far as the dampening and everything. Now I am fully on soft and fully on sport. Probably counteracting itself, but I like how this is nice and smooth. It's going to be a nice, just going to float over all the bumps, but it's going to give me a nice dynamic feel when I need to turn. All right, so after driving around a little bit on regular roads, real roads, not that back road that I was on over by the NASCAR guys, I found out I like it a little differently. I like it one step over from soft and one step over from sport, so almost directly in the middle, but you know, there is some settings, and that's what's great about the advanced. You can adjust it the way you like it. It gives a nice rebound on bumpy roads, but also gives you a good response when you're making some turns. Gives you a nice firm feel, because this is a big vehicle. This is heavy. Now, Model S might be a little bit different because it's not so heavy, not so top heavy, I guess, or not so much weight to throw around. I think the S might maybe in the middle, who knows. It's all on your preference. And, you know, again, this is my preference. This is a Model X, a 2019 Raven Model X with, of course, the air ride suspension. That's all they make. With the 20-inch wheels. Now, 22-inch wheels might be a little too firm. You might want it all the way soft because you have less tire sidewall. So you might want to soften it up just a little bit more or put it less sporty. I think this is a great update for anybody with the Model S, Model X, this air ride system. Now, I'm not positive if it is for the non-Raven cars, but it's cool to see all this data on the screen and how things change, how things get better with Tesla. What other company out there selling cars is really doing this right now? Now, I know there's going to be a lot more companies. The Rivian is going to come out with something, and they're going to show all sorts of stuff, especially because they are targeting that thing as an off-road vehicle and the capabilities of it being an off-road vehicle, and they're going to have a lot of stuff on the screen for that. I'm excited for that. Hopefully Tesla does that with the Cybertruck as well, so I don't have to be tempted to buy a Rivian instead of a Cybertruck. But let me know down in the comments if you have this, if you've played around with this, what settings you like in your Model X or Model S. Are you different in yours? Do you like a super soft ride? Do you like a more sporty ride? I kind of like a sporty ride. So as always, thanks for watching. Stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.